Today we're going to put the station lights on the platform. How we're going to do it? I haven't done it yet, I don't know. So one of the first things we've got to do is to power the lights up. I've got this old thing that came out of a computer. I've put connection blocks on this end and that end. I've gauged what the strength of the power of the voltage coming out is on each of the outlets, and on this side it's all 5.4 5.3 volts. So if I turn it on, fan on all the time, so okay, you've got to put up with that, can't do anything with that. And this is what they are. Now the amount of lights you get out of these, let me just turn that light off there and there. I hope you can see them. If I put a bit of card underneath it, you should be able to see the amount of light that's coming out of them, which is, for a model railway, we're not illuminating anything, we're just giving an indication of lights, shall we say. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll carry on from there and put the holes into the platform and look at it blank without any of the wires being connected. So this is just a mock-up. I'm going to have a shaky hand moving along here, aren't I? You can just see, obviously all the wires are still sticking out. This is what it should look like when it's done. It's just looking at the position of the lamps. I'm not sure about those three there. Not 100% happy, but I really don't know what to do. And then of course that station building will be illuminated, and we go on to one single lamp in between the ticket office and the station building, and then we have two lamps at the front entrance. So when people arrive by bus or car or taxi or something like that, they will see the two lamps will help to illuminate the car parking area. And then of course we got the platform on the other side, that's also got lamps, and as you can see, mistake I made there. When the lamps did arrive, I just painted them and stuck them in as they were, and I think we've got 20-foot tall lamps over there, but because they're all glued in with super glue, there's nothing I can do. These lamps on this side, I reduced them to 50mm, so that's approximately 12 foot. So that's going to be sort of double the height of a normal door in your living room. So that's the mock-up. Still not sure about those three lamps there. I've got to think about that. Maybe a seat in between it, or station sign in between one of them might help. Really not 100% sure, but that's where it is at the moment. Okay, it's now a bit of a confession time now. When I first got these lights from the other part of the world, this is how they were, okay, in lengthwise. I've painted these a couple of years ago, about a year ago, and you know, I didn't know any better. I didn't have a platform then, I didn't know what else to gauge it to, and this is what has happened. The true height of that on the platform is about 17-20 feet. So I've now had to reduce them, and to reduce them down I've had to take the bottom off. I'll do this properly. I had to take the bottom off there and sandpaper down this section here, so that when the base went on and pushed up, I could then get it to a distance something like that. Now that distance is very approximately 55 millimeters. So that's what I think is going to look reasonable on my layout. This was quite interesting. From these are the steps here. Okay, so that one had to thread through that eyelet, and then that eyelet, and then that eyelet. So we're now in the middle there, and this one that had to go through there, and that eyelet, and that eyelet. So we've now got those two end lights all coming here, because we've had to have the ticket office lamps have got to be there ready, and also the lamp between the ticket office and the station building, that's come up through there. So now I've got 3 lamps and a ticket office all coming into that section there. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a junction there and take cables along until I reach the exit for the station building, which is that one, and then we've got the 3 lamps there, and then of course we jump right up to this end, which is 1 lamp and 2 lamps. They may have to be connected together and a string put in to get to the 3 lamps there. Wait, this is very awkward, having to have the station buildings there while I'm trying to do the rest of it, because they're getting in the way and they might get damaged. So what I've done here, I don't know if you've ever seen these are the pin and socket, so you can just push them together. So as they come apart, hang on, stay there. Okay, this is the pack I got. So we got the socket at one end, and we got the plug at the other end, so they plug in together. So having done that here for the station building, I can now connect up this end to the electrics, and when the station building, and when everything's done and the station building goes on, it's a quick clunk click, and we're firing on gas. It's looking a bit of a mess, but then that's what an omelette looks like before it becomes an omelette. I'm using this little device here. It was great little testing things. I've got a couple of loose wires on the end of it, which I'm going to connect up to there, and then we'll see if this section will work. Good news, as you can see. So those 3 are working, and I think you can just see in there's my light inside the ticket office working as well. It's always good to check these things as you go along, just to iron out any little problems. I normally get them, but so far so good. Okay, all the wiring is done. I've secured it down with just black tape to stop it mucking about. That is the tail for the ticket office, just all held down a little bit, and then we get to the messy bit. This is the messy bit because we've got everything coming in from that end. We have this junction here, which is connecting all of those 2 lamps up there, that lamp and that lamp, all glued down. And when we get here, we've got 3 lamps connected to here, plus we've got the supply from that end, or the feed going to that end. Then we've got the feed going to that end, and then we have this feed which is going down through the baseboard. So this is our supply in to one chocolate box. That's the link to the station building. That'll be stuck down in a second. And of course, when all of these lights are in position, there's a lot of loose wire going to be around there. So I don't know how it's going to tangle up or get pushed up. I just hope it does. Okay, now this is not going to be easy. I've got the buildings on there, but of course they're all loose. This is my mains feed down through the baseboard. All the lights are loose, and that goes down there. That goes down. Why is that not settling down there? Oh, that's down there. So far, that will need glue. That is in the middle. That's okay. Right, but that was really tricky. I'm just going to adjust the lights and then I'll come back. So there we are. All the lights are on. I'll just take you for a close-up so you can see what I managed to do. Obviously these lamps aren't fixed glued in position at the moment. They're just there for trying, because what I have to do, I've got other things to do on the side of the station, the platform edge. I bought those cable clips, and so they will be stuck on and cable put on, so that's going to look better. And then I've got to do some more ballasting right up to the edge of the platform. And there we go, right round to the front. Not sure if I can get that side of the platform showing up. I can't see what I'm looking at now, so I'm relying on nothing, to be honest with you. But that is it. It's gone quite well. I'm very happy with it, and just more bits and pieces to do. As you see, I've added a few little touches that I just found in a box, so they will all get better and better as the time goes on. I'll get more things and dress it properly, and hopefully it's going to look cracking little station and platform at the end of the day. Now, one of the things I have done, I'm using to light this, I'm using old Christmas sort of rope lights, if you know what I mean. So I can turn that one off, sorry, wrong one. If I can turn that one off, and that gives you a different aspect. If I turn them all off, then it doesn't look a good night scene, because you can't see anything else around it. So you really do need to have a little bit of that night sky, if you know what oh, wrong one. Sorry, you need a bit more of the night sky, so that's sort of dusk coming in, if you know what I mean. And if I turn the green lights off, it gives you that effect. So all in all, I'm happy with it. Just got a lot more adding on to make the scene look even better than it does at the moment. And here we are. This is in daylight obviously, but just to show you what's gone on the platform. The dressing, as I said in the last little section, will improve. Lots more to go on there. Station signs will have names on them. There'll be people sitting on the seats. Mrs. Jenkins here will get her train. That's the porter's left his baggage over there, or his trolley I mean. And we've got a lady inside the building. And the porter's on the other side of that. And oh look, Jack's left his bike there again. He will keep doing that. He's been told several times not to do that. But you can't talk to some people, can you? And there's that. Now I can get around here, but as I said before, I can't see what I'm filming, so it might look absolutely terrible, but we'll wait and see. All by hand. Shaky hand, I must add. Shaky hand. I've got to do lots of work on this footbridge. Lots of support stuff to go on there. And there we are.